Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to the bedroom. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to you. We are returning to the season 4, episode 9, penultimate episode of Black Sails. I almost said Dark Shadows. It's close. It's been a week. It's been a week. As you know, week and a half I have been gone. I was away to Florida and then I was in the land of the Caribbean. I was in Puerto Rico, just got back yesterday. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but I'm here because I've missed you all, and we were almost done. But I'm excited to get to it. Where did we leave off? So Billy and the governor are in cahoots. Flint is realizing, and John is realizing, that their pages are getting wider apart. Flint has taken the gold onto this island. Monkey Island, Skull Monkey Island. It's a place of pirates. It's a den. It's an opium den of vice and criminal hangout. That's the line from Glass Menagerie, right? But anywho, alliances are fracturing. Things are happening. We got 2 more episodes to go. And I'm so glad that you are here with me on this adventure. It's actually kind of toasty here in the Pacific Northwest today. So no gloves. Maybe I'll get a blanket. But I do have a beverage because I brought back what I learned. And I learned how to make a Casa Bacardi. My cousin corrected me on my pronunciation a lot. I'm drinking a Hotel Nacional. But that's what we learned. It's just as delightful as I remember. There could probably be a garnish. I don't know what. Pineapple. We garnished it with sliced pineapple, which I don't have. But I have you. And you're going to hit subscribe and you're going to push record because especially after a week of not really posting anything, I need the algorithm help. Please and thank you. Oh, and you can watch this whole thing with me on Patreon. I'd love to see you there. Okay. Apparently my body does not like air conditioning. So I'm recovering from air conditioning. Okay. So if you're ready, I'm ready. And let's get back to it.
Skeleton Island, well outside the established trade route.
Skeleton Island. I don't know where I got the word monkey in there, but there we go.
I sent 6 of my men after him.
So of course I went to El Moro and was watching the fort and the progression of the fort through the different hands and walking across that big lawn and just imagining myself wearing those clothes. I don't think the world was as hot as it is now, but it was warm. It was toasty. It was also just before hurricane season, so I had more rain and clouds than sun. I got lucky though. I missed most of the rain. But it's very cloudy, very overcast. Hence why I'm not as tan as I was expecting myself to be. Okay, we're back. We're back, okay. This is looking like one of those in death. You talk to your people as you stare out into the distance. Oh, fight to the death!
In a few weeks' time, I will lead a pirate fleet of unprecedented strength over that horizon into a battle of unprecedented importance.
Is he, though? Is he?
I cannot do it without you.
You want to teach me to fight?
I know you know how to fight. I want to teach you how to fight and not die.
Is this going to come back and bite Flint in the ass later? How many of their old crew are still around? Because the old crew would know how exactly John lost that leg, and it wouldn't be an issue because he lost it partly for them.
You're not concerned about this?
Concerned?
Well, you say you'll be teaching me to fight, but if every man fights differently, it seems to me what you'll really be teaching me is how to defeat you.
I'll take my chances.
I'll teach you as a left-hander. Okay. This is going to come back and bite Flint in the ass.
Laid eyes on Flint and the other just as we entered the trees. Sent the men after them. Carrying that chest, they won't get far.
Flint doesn't need to get far.
Far enough.
He needs to bury that gold somewhere unknown, and he's won.
Well, someone's been found.
You know the 2 of them. Now that they're facing each other as opponents, I'm asking what sort of outcome I should expect.
Flint is on his own out there and disadvantaged.
But Flint is crafty and a fighter.
That said,
And lucky.
Flint's been on his own and disadvantaged countless times since I've known him. And here we are. If I were you, I would assume the worst and act accordingly now while you know you still can.
So what good are you, Billy?
The mist is heavy. It may be our best chance to move with minimal casualties.
Are they gonna move on the Walrus? I've lost track of what ship they're even on anymore.
What's this? We tracked him this far, but the trail splits in two.
Ooh.
If they say you know his mind as if it were your own, we thought you might have a better idea of which way you went than we could.
How in the fuck would I know which way he decided to go? The three of you, that way, you the other trail now!
He's right. Flint likely seeks to separate them, gain an advantage.
I know.
So it's likely you've just sent one of those two groups to their death.
As long as they expose his position.
I wonder if he knows. Just how
That
much
sounds...
he learned from him.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like a Flint statement right there. Ooh.
You're still watching my eyes, which is a good way of getting yourself killed.
How exactly is one supposed to watch 2 points in space at the same time?
Watch in the middle.
Practice.
Ah. That too.
2 questions are of paramount importance. Who was my opponent yesterday and who is he today? Answer those 2 questions and there is very little he can...
Was he questioning this himself?
I have no idea who you were. Not before we found you, at any rate.
We're gonna get Silver backstory finally? Finally? 4 seasons in?
Want to know where I come from? Just ask.
I think I just did.
You know there is to
I was born in a...
Born in Whitechapel.
Whitechapel? Whitechapel,
You had a wholly unremarkable youth. Spent most of it at home for
Home
boys.
for boys, I know. Except it isn't true. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you first told me, it sounded like a invention.
Suppose I assumed that if you ever became somebody worth knowing, I'd learn the truth of it eventually. Only, in this moment, I'm realizing that never happened. And what is of some concern to me is that despite how invested we each are in the future of the other, you just told me that story again.
Why is that?
He either wants that to be so true, or he doesn't trust you, Mr. Flint, Captain Flint, I should say.
It isn't important.
You know that isn't true either.
Lies. It's like lying cat.
You know my story. It has made me transparent to you. Not only that, but when I told you the story, you insinuated yourself into it. I'd be forced to hesitate before doing you any harm.
Slow down. I'm not angry with you.
It's just very clever.
You know my story, and for some reason I cannot figure.
I don't want you to know mine.
So who were you aboard that ship, John? Who were you leaving and running away from? And why did you need money so desperately?
We'll resume tomorrow. Is that all right?
And still no answers for Flint. Is somebody really digging? Or are they pretending to dig? I think this is a trap. It's a trap. He never stopped digging. It's a trap.
We should head back.
I thought he was aiming at his head. Or are these the ghosts that Flint was talking about earlier on the island? Although that would be a really specific ghost. There they are. Ugh. You had a pistol, man. Why didn't you use it? He had a pistol. Why didn't he use it? He just ran at it with the pistol in his hand, right? I can't tell that much. I'm squinting. very conveniently placed rock. So what's this man getting paid with?
You sailed with Avery. Long time ago. 20 years. You do know where you're going, yes? No, seriously, I've got quite a lot riding on this.
I've watched you and yours handle the account since I and mine left it.
Ooh.
Accomplish things that no one I ever sailed with could dream of.
Ooh.
From what I've overheard, if you reach Skeleton Island, might mean the end of the governor. Maybe keep the account alive a little while longer. Is that so?
That and more.
20 plus years or so.
Then I'll take you to it.
So how long was pirating? I don't remember. How long has pirating been, like, pirate? I know there's still pirating today. But this, well, I guess that answers my question. That type of pirating. It might have slowed, but I don't think it ever went away.
You have no idea the restraint this takes. How urgent the instinct towards violence.
Can we violence against him, please?
That it would be deserved, given what you and your partners have destroyed. What you have taken from me.
That was you, sir. You sicked the Spanish on the island. That was all you.
What compromise can there be with a man responsible for the death of my wife?
It's all you.
Those who would follow him. But in this moment, I can still hear the faintest of voices in my head arguing against the alternative.
It's a very interesting visual.
Accept the treaty.
I will consider no treaty of yours.
And John Silver lives. Refuse. And he dies, along with the rest of the men who followed him here.
They're gonna die anyway. They're gonna die in here. Wait, Governor Rogers doesn't follow any code that's righteous. He follows his code.
Do not make the same mistake I did.
The voice you hear in your head. I imagine I know who it sounds like, but I hear the voices. A chorus of voices.
That you've destroyed. That you've destroyed.
They reach back centuries.
Colonizer.
Men and women and children forced to wear your chains. I must answer to them.
Mm-hmm.
And this war.
Mm-hmm.
Their war. Flint's war.
Mm-hmm.
My war.
Mm-hmm.
It will not be bargained away to avoid a fight. And you believe what you will, but it was neither I, nor Flint, nor the Spanish raider who killed your wife. That you did.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Sergeant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was the mirror. That was a mirror. Nicely done, Maddie. Nicely done. Da da da.
Flint will most certainly dispose of the cash by now. For all we know, he's headed back to the wars as we speak.
For all we know, it's underneath that guy's body.
Fuck him. For dictating this outcome to me. For swearing his friendship falsely to me. For his arrogance. His indifference.
So what are you gonna do about it?
John does kind of have two devils on his shoulder, huh? Hand on one side and Flint on the other.
I think when we meet him again, you will look for reasons to forget it all again.
Because he was He was like a father to Flint. A mentor. Jedi Master. Wow.
You think they'll figure it out that we dropped it down here?
Eventually.
If we are to succeed and leave this island with the Alliance intact, I'm having a hard time seeing how Mr. Silver can be a part of that now.
True. Very
Come
true.
Once she's safe, then we'll be able to see things clearly again. If not, if he needs to go, you're too important to what comes next to have to bear a burden like that. So when the time comes, I'll do it.
Well, that's an offer.
I know it might seem as though I'm trying to conceal something from you, but the truth is, there is no story to tell.
There's always a story.
No one's past is that unremarkable.
Even if it is unremarkable, it's still a story.
Not unremarkable, just without relevance.
There's still a story.
Some time ago, I absolved myself from the obligation of finding any. No need to account for all my life's events in the context of a story that somehow defines me.
I can feel that. I can feel that.
Other than that the world is a place of unending horrors. That is to say, you know my genuine friendship and loyalty. Can that be enough and there still be trust between us?
No. Well, no. There's always something. Something made him flee. Something made him get on those ships. Something made him so desperate that he ate that map. Or the coordinates or the longitude or the information. That is good information to know. Because will it make him do it again?
We're nearing the turn point.
Once the range marks align, we'll have a sense what direction we're to head in to reach the island.
When we sailed for the Urk of Gold, I remember something of this feeling.
Which was a giant ship full. Is now down to one chest.
On some level, whether we were prepared to acknowledge it out loud or not, I believe we both knew the fortune would likely cause as many problems as it would solve.
Which it did.
Now, if that man out there can fulfill his promise to us, if we can prevail over Flint and the governor, I don't know why, but I feel it. Am I mad?
I don't think you are.
A true victory. Freedom. In every sense of the word.
For now.
How fortunate are we to be standing on the threshold of it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, if he dropped dead on the deck, that would be hilarious.
What is it?
Oh my god, did he really? Did he really?
James said he saw him clutch for his chest. Then he just dropped.
Oh my god.
Should we?
Reconvene. Reconvene.
You asked him to recount for you what he knew days ago, yes?
Of course.
Did you write it down?
And you can get us to our destination without his assistance, yes?
Of course I can. Truly. I'm almost certain I can figure it out.
Almost certain. We take a right at where the line of the sea meets the clouds, and it looks like the tail of a mermaid named Francesca. And then we hang a left at the rock with 3 points. Not 2, but 3 points.
I thought I heard him.
They're being bushwicked. This is the end of the Groot.
Thought you had what?
A woman.
This is the end of the Groot in the mall.
Just faintly from the trees.
They're getting bushwhacked. Is that what it is? Ambushed.
Mr. Wallace swears he saw a mermaid swimming beneath the surface.
Nope, it was one of the governor's guys.
Remote and full of stories.
Be on guard.
There are no monsters in the dark.
This is when he gets arrowed to the throat.
Let's take care to tell the difference.
This is when he gets arrowed to the throat. Because that's what Charles Vane would have done. So what Charles Vane would have done. Uh-huh. So whose side are you on, sir? He's been with him since the beginning. For reals. Where's Mr. Hands? Where's Mr. Hands? Yeah, we know he was going. Mr. Joji, oh my gosh, this is what we're doing. Oh my gosh, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is after all these years. All these years. All these years. All these years. After all these years. I don't know if I can watch this. I don't know if I can watch this. Bumpity bump bump bump. You fought together for so long! So long! So long! So long! So long! And he went with John, who them and they saw. So they'll hobble to go get you and stop you from hoo-haws. 'Cause you're the one left, Flint. Sick 'em? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Meanwhile, the walrus is burning.
Launches in the water!
Oh, good.
Uh-huh. That hand, you're gonna get infected. Gangrene, is that what happens? Gonna lose that hand, sir.
You'll have to put it in the ground. I'll store them.
And that's how you put it out, is you just cut that part of the boat out. For reals?
You said our only chance of saving the ship is to flood this hold.
Too far gone. In a couple of minutes, that fire will reach the magazine. Abandon ship.
Abandon ship to where? Abandon ship to the shore where they're gonna gun you all down. My brain's trying to work ahead. John somehow gets off this ship. Billy somehow survives. Everything else is up in the air. Hans survives, yes. Everything else is questionable. And my brain's trying to figure it out, and I heard a click, click. Click, click. Pull the trigger. Don't wait. Just go. Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? This is how you die. Just go. You just go.
It would be preferable to me if we resolve this another way.
No. No. No.
And I'll need as many men as we can get for what comes next. That includes you.
You still think you'll persuade him to see this all your way?
Well, as soon as that ship blows up, I think he might.
But I prefer not to find out.
Clickety click, 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 sir.
That's enough!
Gotta take him out somehow.
Fuck you! Where is it?
In the ground, where it stays until Marty is freed.
And right now, it matters far less to you whether she lives or dies, and that it happens your way.
I think you know it's far more complicated than that. I'm certain she does.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you could kill me, even if that somehow helped you see her alive again, how are you going to explain it to her? She believes in this as much as I do.
That is true. Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this. We got time to do this. We're doing this.
No! Don't!
Well, that was unexpected. Well, that was unexpected. Always learn how to use the crutch. And there's the boat. And here officially goes the walrus now. Finally? Finally, yes. Finally, finally, finally. There goes the walrus.
Away from the ship!
And there goes Mr. De Groot. Mm-hmm. 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 Why are you climbing up when you can see they're shooting at you? Billy. He let you go. And Billy's there shooting at us. Mm-hmm. No alliances, no allegiances, no jack squat shit, nothing. There's all your men.
It isn't utility that's behind his investment in me, but this much is clear to me now. I have earned his respect. After all the tragedies that man has suffered.
Oh, there's the ship.
I have earned his trust. I have his true friendship. And so he's going to have mine.
Until you try to kill him.
And as long as that is true, I cannot imagine what is possible.
So, finale is going to be a showdown between Flint and John and the governor. It's gotta be. So what does Jack... Okay, going back, what does Jack do? His GPS has died. Why can't he do... And I have forgotten why. Why are we here to start with? I've forgotten. Why are we here? It's the last episode. Governor needs something. He's got Maddie as a bargaining chip. They need to bring Flint and Silver apart. Is that so that the rebellion is squashed? Is that the whole reason we're on this island? We're going to split up Flint and John and get some money, squash rebellion forever, and we're going to do it on this specific island because that's where the illegal things happen. Was that why? Is that what I'm remembering correctly? Why anybody trusts Rogers to be good to his word? Why? We have seen he's too emotional. He will justify whatever it is to his own gain and ignore his own part of it. Maddie saw, though, right away and put the mirror to his face, and he doesn't like it because he wants to continue to act like a douche canoe. So maybe it's because we've seen it and he was not there for what happened to Teach. And they weren't there. John wasn't there. Flint kind of was. What happened. Like they saw a bit of the island in Spanish, but not the events that led to Rogers. But Rogers, even if you heard from the grapevine, he's not trustworthy. Can't trust him. Sure. We know if we bring you the gold, you'll let them live. Never. So why I wouldn't have my men on alert from any movement from that ship? Why? Like you got the miss, but you can come up with some sort of message relay signal. You have two guys hidden up in the mist on the shores in the jungle watching the ship, and if something looks shady, woohoo, I mean, flashy, I mean, anything. So maybe that's just how I work, because I don't trust anyone. To a point, but So do we get the stories because Billy let Mr. What's his name go? I can't remember his name now. But we lost Joji. All the allies are gone. So one more episode to go. The obvious. Flint, Rogers, Silver, team up, whatever. That's got to be resolved. Where does Jack end up going? Where does Max? Max has got a tentative deal with the Guthries going. There's still Nassau. Nassau's just left by itself with no governor. It doesn't really have a governor. He's out doing who knows what. And the council can just go, we'll govern ourselves. You, Rogers, when you come back in, try to get into our harbor. Yeah. And still recovering. And then they dropped that little pearl. That little tiny pearl. That little piece of sand starting to form. Thomas may be in an institution somewhere. Do we get that resolved? Is that our surprise ending? Flint has died and he really retires in the countryside with Thomas? I don't know, but I want you there with me for those adventures. So this is a reminder, hit subscribe because there's this and more things coming. I don't have a vacation for it. I don't know when, but so there'll be things to watch and I want you there with me for those adventures. Until next time, stretch. Why does air conditioning in places need to be set at 65? Seriously, that's chilly, y'all. That's how I get sinus drippage and a sore throat. Breathe, wear your sunscreen, and then come back and watch the next video in the queue. So thanks again, you all, and until next time.